Yo me voy a estar depelando por hacer tus cosas.
Hey guys, good evening.
Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hey, how's everything? Let's see, we will give the rest a couple more minutes. Let's see, welcome everybody.
Good evening.
Hi Fatima, good evening.
In progress.
Okay, so when you're ready, you may open your cameras, guys, so that I can see you and have a better interaction. Okay, now I see some of you. Let's see, welcome, Aida, Patricia. Let's see, Rosa, Blanca, welcome guys, Fatima, Pedro, and the rest. I'm not sure if you're there, but I also see. Okay, go ahead, Luis. Bon appetit if you're eating. Bon appetit if you're eating. Let's see the rest. Welcome, Pedro, Mirna. Now, Gerardo, I'm going to change your name.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
Hey, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Hi, good evening, Rosa. Let's see, Luis is still eating, so we'll start or move on in a couple more minutes.
How are you, teacher?
I'm doing all right, and you? How's everything, Gerardo?
I'm doing good. ¿Se puede decir I'm doing good? Esa
Yeah,
frase la he escuchado bien.
I'm doing good. Yeah, you can definitely say it.
Okay.
Good, good to know. How was your weekend?
The my weekend is I always play soccer, teacher. Es mi único pasatiempo.
Ah, okay, so that's what you do.
Yeah. And you, teacher? What about
Yeah,
you?
I played soccer a couple matches on Saturday and Sunday too.
Yeah.
Good, and next Saturday we have El Clásico in the morning.
Clásico.
Yeah, it's on the 28th.
28.
Cool, but good to know, Gerardo, that you keep yourself in shape because you do exercise if you play soccer.
I don't understand, teacher. Repeat, please.
No, I'm just saying that good for you that you play
Ah,
soccer
yeah.
because you do exercise.
Yeah.
Because you do exercise. Let's see, what about the rest? Let me ask Manuel, what about you? Manuel, how was your weekend? Let's see, I don't know if it's me, but I cannot
Good
hear
evening.
you. Good evening.
I only say the other Saturday is good day for ¿cómo se dice? Incapacidad en el seguro.
Ah, you're getting a medical leave. You're getting a medical
Muy
leave.
temprano van a hacer el partido.
Yeah, it will be at 8:15 a.m. Very early in the morning.
Yes.
¿A quién le va, teacher?
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Well, I
Sí,
don't know
tenía
if
que ser, me imaginé.
I don't know if Manuel will be in agreement with us, but
Manuel del Barça, ¿no?
No, sí. El madridito.
okay, good.
Bien.
Yeah, 8:15 a.m. But good. I'm happy to know that you had a great weekend. Thank you, Gerardo and Manuel. So remember, Saturday, 8:15 a.m. Let's see. What about you, Fatima? How's everything going? Fatima Gonzalez.
Perdón.
How was your weekend, Fatima?
Mm, good. How do you say saqué a pasear a los perros?
How do we say that in English, guys? Do you remember? See the chat right now, Fatima?
I walking the dog.
I walked the dogs, right?
I get the dog.
I walked the dogs. If they are yours, you can say I walked my dogs.
Ah,
So you walk the dogs. What else did you do besides walking the dogs, Fatima?
mm, quiero ver. Se me olvidó. ¿Cómo era la pregunta, teacher?
Yeah, the question is, what else? Probably you walk the dogs. I don't know if you went to church or if you went to the beach or any other activity you did on the weekend, Fatima.
Solo, bueno, I walk the dog y and sleep.
So you walked the dog and you slept. Okay. Okay, and slept. Yeah, that's a good option. It's always good to take some rest, okay? Thank you, Fatima. Let me ask, let's see, Blanca, what about you? What did you do on the weekend? Let's see, you're muted, Blanca.
Sorry.
No problem.
I went to church with my family.
Mhm.
I want to see in Puerto Libertad with family.
Ah, okay.
Había and I to eat
Okay.
and Sunday
And on
and Sunday
Sunday? Mhm.
I went soccer play soccer with my son.
Mhm.
Only teacher.
Okay, great. A lot of things you did, Blanca, during the weekend. Good to know. Thank you then. Okay, cool. Now that, thank you, Blanca, for sharing. Now I have 25 people already in the meeting. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Let's see, I'm just going to change the name for some of you. Let's see, Jency. I'll change your name. Let me see who else. Adalberto. Let me see who else. Okay, cool, guys. So let's try to remember a few of the things that we did last Friday. By the way, are you ready for the exam?
No. So.
We are missing only one topic, but if not, we will do it tomorrow. Don't worry. We will do a quick review before the test, okay? So you guys don't have any problem.
The
If not,
test is be today or tomorrow.
probably we will do it tomorrow. We are missing only one topic, which is passive voice. There are like 5 or 6 questions in the exam, but we are going to do it today, okay? So you guys will have enough time to practice. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let me ask you guys, what do you remember? So from Friday's class, let me ask, let's see, Jency, what do you remember, Jency? What did we talk about on Friday?
Good evening, teacher. I remember the verb en paz,
Mhm.
en paz, voice on, with con de, y no, I no remember el otro.
Ah, okay, the voice sounds, right? We were talking about the pronunciation of the verbs, specifically the regular verbs, right?
Teacher, y,
Regular verbs. Mhm.
se lo voy a decir en español, en esos verbos se tienen que aprender, que memorizar, o hay una manera de identificarlos como suenan.
Pretty much you need to memorize them. The only thing that you need to memorize is the ending word. Okay, let me see, where did I leave this? The ending letter is what you have to memorize. Let me quickly share my screen. I remember I sent it. What you guys need to remember is this. Obviously, we are going to practice a little more, but let me see, can you see my screen? So what you need to memorize, Jency, is this part. For example, the verb want is ending in the letter T, right? Want, and the verb need is ending in the letter D. So that's what you need to remember. If ends in T and D and it's a void sound, then you are going to pronounce like ED, right? Wanted, needed, right? Do you remember how do we identify the voiced sounds?
The vibration.
So this part right here in your neck, we have some things that are called the vocal cords, right? the vocal cords. If when you say a word, this part vibrates, so that means that it's a voiced sound, right? Like want, want. Can you say want and touch this part of your neck?
One.
Want, right? You see they vibrate, right? And if you say help, they don't vibrate, right? Help, look, they don't vibrate like this, right? So that is what you need to know to make sure if it is a voiced sound or voiceless, right? So that's what you need to remember. Let's see if we remember a little about this. Can you do me a favor? Let's see, Pedro, and can you pronounce these two verbs that we have here, but in past? This one's Pedro.
Wanted.
Wanted, okay.
Needed.
Needed, yeah, needed, like an ID, right? Needed, okay, great. This one is probably the most difficult one because it's at the end, right? But I'm pretty sure that Luis remembers. So let's see, Luis, can you pronounce the first two, these first two verbs that we have here?
Okay, I will try.
Give it a try,
Helped.
no problem.
Looked.
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 Okay. Helped. Okay, great. That's the correct pronunciation. Helped. Remember, be careful with speeding your computer, okay? Even if we have to exaggerate tonight, it's okay. So helped and looked. Okay, great. Thank you, Luis. Manuel, can you pronounce these two verbs?
Sniff or loud?
Both. Go with this one first.
Sniffed and
Sniffed.
loud.
Laughed. Laughed.
Laughed.
Yeah, laughed. Yeah. That sound at the end. Okay. Jesus, go ahead and take the next one. This verb.
Watched.
Okay, this one is washed.
Watched.
Okay, listen to me like when you say shh, right? Washed.
Watched.
The thing is that you are saying this one. This one is watch, right? With a CH. But this one, the verb is wash. Washed.
What?
Okay, say it one more time. Just say the regular verb, wash. Okay, wash. Just like that, wash.
Es con S.
This one is CH, SH, I'm sorry. Like
Yes.
when you say, shh, niño,
What?
shh.
Wash.
Washed.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, for you guys to have an understanding on the sound, is like when we say chucho or shusho, right? If I say shusho, then people will look at me a little, hey, I mean, why is he saying shusho, right? So this one is like the shh, right? Wash.
Wash.
Washed.
Washed.
Okay, there we go. Now this one, okay, now Jesus, go with this one. This one is watch. And in past tense?
Watched.
What?
Okay, watched. Remember the t at the end, okay? Great,
Okay.
let's see. Thank you, Jesus. Let's see, Hernan, what about this one? This verb, remember?
Dance.
This one, I'm sorry.
Kiss.
Kissed, remember
Kiss.
that. And this one?
Dance.
Danced. Okay, and the
Dance.
last one, do the last one too.
Fixed.
Fixed, remember, fixed.
Fixed.
Okay, great. Now these ones are the easiest to, those are definitely the easiest ones to pronounce. Let's see, Josue, can you pronounce the first two verbs?
Okay. Cold and clean.
Exactly. Cold, cleaned. Perfect. Thank you. Let's see, maybe Mirna, maybe you can take the next two.
Comfort.
Okay, and this one?
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, William.
Okay.
Damaged. Damaged. Okay, let's see. Carmen, maybe you can take the next two.
Loved.
Loved.
Used.
Used. Used. You pronounce the letter D, right? Esa letra D fuerte y cold, right?
Cold.
Okay. Cold. For example, on this one, cold, cleaned. You see the letter D, you pronounce it. You emphasize it a lot, okay? Thank you, Carmen. Let's see, maybe Sarai. You can take the last three verbs.
Mindset,
Amazed.
amazed,
Uh-huh.
moved,
Robbed.
and claimed.
Claimed. Claimed. Okay. Claimed. Okay. Perfect, guys. So that's, we were talking about simple past. Remember that we have regular verbs and we also have, what are the other names? Regular, and the other ones are?
Irregular.
Irregular, exactly. Great job, Jesus. So we have regular and irregular, okay? Great. What else? Let me think about what else. What else did we talk about on Friday, guys? So pronunciation for ED sounds. And what else do you remember? Any other word, any other verb that we discussed on Friday?
Past simple regular verbs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, past simple,
For
regular.
example,
Uh-huh.
help, help,
Okay.
studied, washed,
Washed. Remember washed?
washed.
Okay. Helped. Washed. Okay. Great. So now that we have a little bit of understanding of the words in the verbs and simple, let me mute Pablo. Let me mute Pablo. So remember that when you're not speaking, make sure that you mute yourself. Now we are going to move to another topic that is called the passive voice. Have you guys ever heard about the passive voice? Any idea about what the passive voice is?
Lo que medio logra ver yo, se lo voy a decir en
Ajá.
español porque
Okay,
obvio
go
no
ahead.
todo en inglés.
Go ahead.
Es prácticamente sobre quién recae como el énfasis. Por
Exactly.
ejemplo, no sé, el carpintero hace la mesa y la
Ajá.
otra sería como la mesa es hecha por el carpintero.
You got it. I mean, I could have not said it better, Luis. Yeah.
¿Me puedo ir?
Yes, you can. No, just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, but that's what it is. In Spanish, if you notice, we don't use it very much, right? Passive voice, we never say la mesa es hecha por el carpintero, right? We usually say el carpintero hace la mesa, like what you said, right? But in English, it is a little more common. I'm going to give you an example. There are some that are very, very easy to understand, right? This is a piece of cake if we, I mean, obviously we are going to practice it, but usually we have the subject. I'm going to give you an example of a sentence. And then we discuss it, okay? Let me think about a sentence. Pay attention to this and let me know what you guys understand. For example, Siman, do you guys know Siman? Siman is considered how do we consider Siman?
Como el mejor almacén de El Salvador.
One of the best retail stores in El Salvador.
No, more spend.
Almacenes bombas, tal vez.
Yeah. Maybe, we can say it's considered one of the most expensive. Okay. Yeah, because we know that if you go to Siman, it's going to be expensive, right? We are not going to say the best. We are going to say one of the most expensive. Hold on, I thought that my kid had failed. I was a little afraid, but he's just playing around. Okay, so Siman is considered, pay attention to this part, one of the most expensive retail stores in El Salvador. Okay, so if we just simply translate this into Spanish, what are we saying?
Simán es
considerado
uno de los más.
Una de las tiendas más caras de ropa.
más caras.
Ajá,
De las tiendas
exactly.
departamentales, algo así.
Yeah, retail stores are like those, like Siman. What other retail store can we mention?
Sears.
Sears, yeah, they call them retail or department stores, right? Either or. Department stores like, yeah, Sears, Siman,
Walmart.
Walmart. What's the other one that is similar to Siman? Prisma Moda, right?
Prisma Moda.
Prisma Moda.
So pay attention to this one, we do use it in Spanish, right? Siman is considered one of the most expensive retail stores. Can you give me any other example, guys? Not Siman related, but maybe any other store.
Sarita
Sarita. What can we say about Sarita?
is considered one of the most cheap.
Ice cream.
Okay. Instead of considered, maybe we can use the verb known. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? Because we need to have different examples. Sarita is known as what?
Cheap ice cream, teacher.
I'm sorry?
Cheap ice cream.
Yeah. Is known as... Es conocida como qué de ice cream? Good, is it bad, is it expensive? So Sarita is known as the least expensive, let's say, the least expensive ice cream store in El Salvador. This is just an example. I don't know the prices, right? But I want you to pay attention to this part. Do you know what verb is this one?
Saber.
Conocido.
Conocido.
So pay attention. So in the verbs, we have three different ways to use a verb. Exactly. The participle. We have the verb know, that is the base form, right? Base form. Then we have new. Do you remember what the new was?
Pasado.
New is the past. And what about known? Yeah, this one is irregular. I wanted just to give you a different example. And known is the...
Known, lo que dijo el compañero participio.
Exactly. The known is the past participle of the verb. Okay, so what is the structure here? So if we talk about the first sentence, Siman is considered, and the rest is just a complement, right? Siman is considered one of the most expensive retail stores. So what is the structure of this, guys? So what is Siman?
Subject.
Excellent. So Siman is the subject. What about this? What's this?
Verb.
What type of verb?
In past.
The verb to be, right? Or the verb be, however you may want to call it. And what about this part right here?
Verb.
The verb, but how is it conjugated?
Verb past.
Only past?
Participio.
Yeah,
Simple.
past participle, and then we can add all this part. How?
Complement.
It's a
Complement.
complement. Excellent. So you see, considered, known, and there are some others, right? We can look at, at a full list of verbs so we can have a better idea. Okay, so we have Siman and we have Sarita. Who can give me another example besides these two stores? Using this exact same structure. Let's see, I'm going to ask, maybe you can talk about your own company. Let's see, let me ask Alberto. Probably you can talk about Impresa. So what can you say about Impresa?
Okay. Impresa is considered one. Okay.
Is considered.
It's similar to the first sentence.
Yeah.
Is but not the most expensive. Is the most, I don't know.
You can
I
invent
don't
it.
found
You can
word.
invent it. It's okay. You can say one
Is
of
the
the
most convenience retail stores.
Okay. Impresa is considered one of the most
One of the most
convenient
convenient spare parts. Spare part
store.
in spare part store. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's completely correct. Is considered. Instead of considered, we can use known. We can use what other word can we use? Considerado, conocido. What else?
Complete.
I'm sorry?
Most complete.
Most complete. Yeah, could be one. But this part, remember that needs to be in past participle, right? So Impresa is considered one of the most convenient spare parts store. Let's see, Sarai, I guess that you had raised your hand. Go ahead. I don't know if you wanted to give another example, Sarai.
Teacher. Pollo Campero is known as the most popular restaurant in El Salvador.
Okay, Pollo Campero is known as the most popular restaurant in El Salvador, right? Okay, good. Besides considered and known, what other ones can you guys think about? So these ones are the most common, right? But what other verbs can we use? Oops, I stopped sharing for a while. Okay, can you see my screen now? Okay, so what other verb can we use, guys, instead of considered and known? I'm going to give you this verb. Do you guys know the meaning of this verb? What is-
Teacher, comprado es en pasado participio.
So we have buy, bought, and bought. Okay, do you know the meaning of rate? Or
Yes,
the
sir.
meaning of rank? Can you guys give me an example?
Perdón, disculpe.
Yeah,
Pero en
go ahead.
este caso no cambia porque dice buy, bought, bought. Es lo mismo en pasado participio ese verbo.
It is, yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Rangos.
So do you guys, I'm going to give you an example. I'm not sure if you're gonna like it, okay? But this example, okay, so I don't know if you're gonna like it. I'm sorry. This is the one is ranked. Okay, do you see my example? I'm using the verb rank. So you see the example, Real Madrid is ranked. This is in past
Desclasificado.
participle, as the best team of all time, right? Of all time. Now this, remember that the is or are, oops, I need to plug in my laptop, hold on. Before we get disconnected, okay. Great, can you still see my screen? You are a liar, Luis says. Yeah, probably Luis didn't like the example. I'm sorry, Luis. And remember that when you lie, a person who lies is a liar, okay, like this. Do you guys know the meaning of the liar, or what is the meaning of lie?
Liar is like abogado, ¿no?
Mentiroso.
Ajá, mentiroso, yeah. So you see,
Pero es como lo
Luis.
escribió el compañero.
Abogado.
Ajá, yeah, it is different. It's liar.
Liar.
L-I-A-R, okay, liar, when someone is mentiroso, okay. Yeah, Luis did. I'm sorry, Luis. But you see this example, right? Depending on if you are talking in this part, if it's a singular or plural, then the verb be can change, right? For example, if you say, let me think about two people.
Teacher, pero ahí
Or
se
two
puede usar el
countries.
was y el were, ¿verdad?
Yeah, but right now we are doing it as in simple present, like saying el Real Madrid es considerado, because you can also say was, right? You can also say Real Madrid was ranked. But right now we are trying to do it in simple present because it's easier, okay? Because it is easier. Another example would be, let me think about two people. Or two countries. For example, Korea and Japan. So if we have two, Korea and Japan, should I use is or are?
Are.
Are.
Why
Are
are?
is. Are.
Okay, why should I use are?
Because it's like they.
It's like they, right? Plural. Korea and Japan eh, are ranked. I'm just going to make something up, okay? Are ranked as the best countries, as the best Asian countries. I don't know. This is just, I'm just inventing here. But what I want you to pay attention to is this part, right? You see the same structure, but the verb be, instead
The
of
verb,
using is, I'm using are because I'm talking about two
the,
things or two items, two animals, two people, and it's plural, okay?
how do you say rank?
How do you say what? I'm sorry?
Ranked.
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 Ranked. Yeah, ranked. Ranked. Okay. Does this make sense, guys? Does it make sense? In Spanish, we do use this structure like saying Japón y Corea son considerados, right? In Spanish, we do use that. Thank you, Jesus. Jesus sent something like what he sent there in participio is like in Spanish when they finish in do, right? Despertado, amado, aprendido, terminado, and so on, right?
Jugado.
Jugado. What else?
Ey, no le digas así.
Comprar.
Y no le diga así, teacher.
No, I
Jugado.
mean, it's an example.
Qué bárbaro, Manuel.
Ajá.
Ya bromean así.
Yeah, you're kidding me, guys. You're playing with me. Yeah, but that's how they use it, right? In Spanish, we do use them like that, like considerado, comprado. What was the other one? Conocido. Let's see, Luis, go ahead.
Profe, hay el participio también puede estar en pasado.
Yes, you can say, for example, instead of pollo campero is known, I can also say pollo campero. What's the past tense of the verb is or the verb be? What is the past tense of the verb be for is?
Was.
You can also say pollo campero was known as the most popular restaurant if it was in the past, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also say was instead of is, okay? Pollo Campero was known. Maybe Pollo Campero is not that popular. So now talking about Pollo Campero, what do you prefer, guys? Pollo Campero, Pollo...
Pinolito.
What? Pollo Pinulito. I haven't tried it, the Pollo Pinulito, but I don't know. You tell me. Pollo Campero, Pollo Pinulito,
Don Pollo.
Don
Pollo
Pollo,
real.
Pollo
It's good el
Real.
pinolito.
I don't know. Who has tried el Pinulito here?
Sí,
Pollo
chicken.
Pinulito?
Don Chicken.
I
En
try.
el terminal de
It's good.
Occidente.
But no sé, las piezas son pequeñas, pero son buenas.
Ah, the pieces. So they are smaller, but they are good. But if you compare them, Don Pollo and Pollo Pinulito, which one is better? Which one? Yeah, which one is
For
better?
the size is best Don Pollo.
Ah, so
Don Pollo es
size.
el mismo
The
campero.
taste,
Yeah,
Sí.
Don Pollo is pretty much
for
the
me
same. Uh-huh.
is
But Pinulito is better. The
taste
taste is
for
better.
me is better pinolito.
KFC.
Sí, for me yes.
I haven't tried that Pinulito, but probably I
But
will. Okay.
Pollo campestre is good too.
KFC.
Yeah, KFC, decent. It is decent.
El
So,
Bonanza.
Pollo
Bonanza.
campestre is good.
Bonanza, sí.
Yeah, Bonanza, the last time I tried it was about 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even remember. De pollo bonanza. Okay. Good then. So that is one part of that is the easiest part, right? Like when we say pollo campero is considered, pollo campero was considered, right? Let me think about some other examples. The one that I told you about Real Madrid. Which other one? Let me think about a different example. Yeah, that's pretty
Teacher,
much.
o sea que en ese tipo se habla de la característica
Uh-huh.
del sujeto.
Exactly. Yes. Is
Ah,
considered, is known. For example, Carmen, in your case, what can you say about the place where you work? Can they say that they are considered or they are known to be the best company? Something like that. What can you say?
ordenada.
Ah, okay. You can say that they are known because they are organized, right?
Okay.
That could be one. Anybody else? For example, if I ask Hernan, what is Univo known for? You work at Univo, so what are they known for? ¿Por qué son conocidos o reconocidos?
Univo is known, known,
Is known,
known as university with quality education.
Okay, I like that. So the Univo is known as a university with high quality education. Okay, great. We will see some other examples because again, in Spanish, we don't use it that much. We will only see the part for present simple, okay? Passive voice, but in present simple, so we understand a little about this, okay? So we will see some examples. We are going to go over this together to try to understand it a little better. So let me know when you guys can see my screen. Remember, we will see the passive voice only in present simple. As we move on, we will see some other examples. Let's see, can you do me a favor? Let's see. Manuel, can you help us read this first part of the passive voice, if you're so kind?
Passive voice, present simple. English has two voices, active and passive. The active voice is used when the subject of the sentence does the action in the example, as is the subject and be the object.
And B is
A
the
is
object.
the subject. Sorry.
Okay, and we have the
For
example.
My mom sings that song.
Okay, excellent. My mom sings that song, right? That is an easy, do you remember the meaning of the verb sing, guys?
Cantar.
Well,
Cantar.
cantar, right? So my mom sings
Canta esta
that
canción.
song. Exactly. Okay, cool. So we have the subject, that is my mom, and the object, that is that song, right? What song? I don't know. Rancheras, romantic music, I don't know. That song, okay? Now, the passive voice, what we do is that we switch it around, okay? Let's see, Jesus, can you give us the example of the passive voice? Again, we don't use it that much in Spanish, but in English, it is used, okay? Go ahead, Jesus.
The past voice is used when we focus on the object of the sentence. In the sample, be become the subject. For example, that song is sung by my mom.
Okay, so you see, this is when we switch it around, right? That song is sung by my mom. So how would you say that in Spanish? So you have an idea.
Mi
Any
madre
idea?
estuvo cantando esa canción.
Estuvo cantando.
Canta esa canción.
Esa canción la canta mi mamá.
No,
No.
esa
Are you
canción es
sure?
La cantó
cantada.
mi mamá.
Ok.
Esa canción la canta mi mamá.
La
Esa canción
canta.
es cantada.
La ha cantado mi mamá.
La ha
No,
cantado.
Ha sido cantada por mi mamá.
es cantada por mi
In this
mamá.
No es
case,
cantado.
in that case, it would
Cantada.
be that song. Esa canción es
Cantada.
cantada.
Cantada por mi mamá.
Exactly. In Spanish, do we speak like that?
No.
Most likely we don't, right? But in English, it is used. I mean, the passive voice is used. So if you notice, what we are doing is to switch it, right? We are switching it. So the object becomes the subject, right? For example, my mom sings the song. This is the object, right? The object receives the action. Let me add some text here. So hold on, let me draw this part. So that song is the object, right? The object of the sentence. And the object receives an action, right? So you need to have an action verb. So my mom sings that song, right? Is the one receiving the action. But in the passive voice, we switch it, right? We switch it. And we say that song is sung by my mom. Now, what I want you to pay attention to the verb, okay? This verb is the verb sing, right? So remember that we have 3 forms of conjugating the verbs. The first one is a base form. The other one is simple past. And what's the other one? What is the one that we just mentioned, guys?
Past participle.
Past participle, right? Past participle. Okay. So the base form is the verb sing, right? The simple past is sang. And the past participle is sung, right? So you see the one that you need to use, I'm going to even add it in a different color. The one that you need to use, guys, is in past participle. Do you see? Does this make sense or do you want to see any other example? Okay, Luis, go ahead.
Profe, en español porque si no se me va.
Okay.
Según esto, ahorita me acaba de surgir una gran duda y yo creo que es que si podría darnos más ejemplos sobre la diferencia o la definición como tal de adverbio y de verbo, porque por ejemplo a mí me surge esta duda, tal vez estoy mal, porque normalmente con el ing se usa el verbo to be, ¿no? Is y son, pero si ponemos ing, si yo lo pongo acá, no tendría sentido lo que sigue después.
No. Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. But an adverb is different, Luis. An adverb is different. Un adverbio es diferente. Aquí no tenemos adverbios. So I'm going to give you another example. Let's see. So here, if you see, that song is sung by my mom. It's like saying, esa canción es cantada por mi mamá, right? I'm going to give you another example. Let me see. I'm going to write here, okay? For example, if we say the kid kicks the ball. Do you know the meaning of the verb kick?
Patear.
For example, when you are playing soccer, right? Then you kick the ball. How can I change this sentence into passive voice?
The ball is. ¿Cuál es el pasado de?
So what is the past tense of the verb kick? Past participle.
Knock. No, no es este. I don't know.
You started all right. Go ahead and say it again. The ball. Continue.
The ball is knock.
Knock. Oops.
No, es que no sé cuál es el pasado. The ball is.
Okay. The past participle is kicked.
Kicked.
The ball is kicked. And what am I missing here?
Here is by.
By
the kid.
By the kid.
Y si, por ejemplo, en la ejemplo de la canción, diríamos, la canción está siendo cantada por mi mamá.
Yeah, but that is too complicated because that would be that song is being sung by my mom, pero la canción está siendo cantada. You can say it, but right now we will just focus on the simple present, right?
Okay.
The kid kicks the ball and the ball is kicked by the kid, okay? So pay attention to the first sentence. The kid kicks the ball. Okay, we have what is the verb in this sentence? ¿Cuál es el verbo?
Kicks.
Okay, so that is an action verb, right? The kid kicks the ball. So the subject of the sentence is the kid. And the object is the one that receives the action. El objeto es el que recibe la acción, right? The ball, right? The ball is the object. But in passive voice, what we do is to swap it, right?
Entonces yo, ¿cómo diría en inglés buscarle 3 pies al gato?
So all you need to remember is that we just swap the object for the subject, okay?
Pero y al haciendo esto que dice usted de switch, algo así, prácticamente eso sí tiene que llevar esta estructura, de llevar el en participio, si no, no sería.
It needs to be in past participle, yes,
Okay.
It needs to be in past participle. I'm going to give you another example, okay? I don't know. Give me the name, someone's name, any name.
Chepito.
Pedrito.
Okay, Chepito. Okay, Chepito. What does Chepito do? An action.
Bolo.
Chepito está bajando mangos del árbol.
Okay. Let's try to make it a little easier, right? So Chepito, you said that he was drunk, right? Chepito drinks. What does Chepito drink?
Caña rica.
Beers. Yeah, because caña rica, too cheap, right? Okay. Okay, Chepito drinks beers. Okay, who is the subject of the sentence?
Chepito.
Okay, what is the action?
Drink.
And what is the object of Chepito's actions?
Beers.
No.
The beers, right? Exactly. So Chepito drinks beers. Okay, so now how do we change this sentence into passive voice?
The beers.
The beers.
Okay, first let's look at the verb. What is the verb? Drink. Okay.
Chepito was drinking.
Okay, drink. What is the past tense of the verb drink?
Drunk.
Drunk. And the past participle? Drunk. ¿Cuál verbo se usa? ¿Forma base, pasado o pasado participio?
Pasado participio.
Okay, now let's form the sentence. Okay, so how do we swap them?
The beers of the
Chepito
beers.
is drunk.
Okay, the beers. The beers, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Okay, so do we say is or are?
Are.
Okay, the beers are what?
Drunk.
Drunk.
By
Chepito.
By Chepito. You got it.
Vámonos.
Chepito might be a little drunk already, but you understood the sentence, which is what really matters.
Qué buen ejemplo para enseñarnos.
Do we understand it a little better this way? Yes?
Hay que
Obviously,
seguir el
we need-
ejemplo de Chepito, ¿no?
okay. This is just an example for you to understand the structure. But that's what you need to remember is that you just switch it, right? Instead of saying Chepito drinks beers, then when you do it in passive voice, it will be the beers are drunk by Chepito, right? In Spanish, again, we don't use it, but for you guys to have an idea on how this works, it would be like, las cervezas son what?
Tomadas.
Son buenas.
Bebidas, son buenas,
Son
son
buenas.
bebidas por Chepito, right?
Bebida.
Ajá, son bebidas o tomadas, whatever you want to call it. In Spanish, we can say tomar, right? When you drink something. Ajá, but that is
Bebe
the,
no.
I'm sorry?
Bebe sería. No,
No.
sería, digo yo, las cervezas las bebe Chepito.
It would be more like son bebidas o son tomadas por Chepito. So again, that's why in Spanish, it doesn't make that much sense, right? Because in Spanish, we don't say el balón es pateado por el niño, right? We just simply say el niño patea la pelota. But in English, this structure, it is possible. Okay.
Teacher, según yo he entendido, el complemento viene a ser como el parte del sujeto.
What do you mean?
En la última.
In this one. Yeah. Exactly. This by Chepito is the subject of the first sentence. You see? The same with the kid, right? The kid, and then we say by the kid. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, let's see more examples because obviously we need to practice. Here we have a few more examples. Okay. Let's see, we have active and passive. Let's see, Gerardo, can you do me a favor and read these two examples?
The teachers help the new student.
Okay, the teachers help the new student, right? Okay, so how do we swap it? Can you read the passive?
Quiero ver. The new.
Yeah, read this part, the new.
The new student is helped by the teacher.
Okay. Here, I guess that they miss the S because it's the teachers in plural, right? So yeah, you see the difference. The teachers help the new student. The new student is helped. Again, in Spanish, we don't use it that much because we barely say el estudiante es ayudado por el profesor, right? But that is for you to make or to have an idea how this works, right?
Solo la forma del del be cambia nada más.
Exactly, yeah. Now let's see some other examples. Let's see, we have affirmative and I mean in active and in passive. Let's see, can you do me a favor? Let's see. Mirna, can you help us read these examples in affirmative?
Affirmative. Ben was the dog. Passive. The dog is walked by Ben.
Okay, the dog is walked, right? So it would be like, yeah, Ben pasea al perro, right? And what would be in passive? I'm sorry?
El perro
Perro
paseado
paseado
por
por
Ben.
Ben.
El perro es
El perro
paseado por Ben.
paseado
In
por Ben.
Spanish, we don't speak like that, but in English, it is used. Okay. Let's see, maybe, thank you, Mirna. Maybe Blanca can help us with the next one.
They make cookies here.
Here, here.
Cookies are made here.
Okay, cookies are made here. So you see, we just changed them. Now in English, it is very common. Have you seen that here in your shirts or clothes? We have something that says, this shirt is made in China, in Korea, in the United States, in Germany, and something like that. So in English, we do use passive voice. Okay. Let's see some other examples. Thank you, Blanca. Let's see, maybe Heidi can help us with this part in negative.
Negative.
Yeah, Ben.
Ben doesn't work the cat.
Okay. And the same sentence, but in passive.
The cat isn't worked by Ben.
The cat isn't walked by Ben, right? So again, it's like Ben no pasea al gato. And what would be the passive one in Spanish?
El gato no es paseado por Ben.
El gato no es paseado por Ben. Again, in Spanish, it doesn't make that much sense, but in English, it does, okay? Let's see, maybe with the next example, let's see Moisés.
They don't make sandwich here. Sandwich aren't made here.
Again, same thing, right? In Spanish, we don't usually use active voice, but in English we do, right? They don't make sandwich here. Sandwiches aren't made. Remember that the made is the past participle, right? Always we will use the past participle. Okay, and let's see the last part for the questions or interrogative. Let's see, Carmen.
Does Ben want the rabbit? Is the rabbit walked by Ben?
Walked by Ben? Is the rabbit walked by Ben? It
Walked
would
by
be a little weird to say, es paseado el conejo por Ben, but in English that makes sense, okay? And the last one about the cookies, let's
Question.
see. Go ahead.
En la del conejo dice, bueno, está by Ben en paréntesis. ¿Es opcional ponerlo o
Yeah, it is
no sé por qué
optional.
razón está?
Yeah, here, if you see it in parentheses, is because it's optional. Yeah, is the rabbit walked? Like,
Porque ya se
es
sabe que se
el
está hablando de
conejo
Ben.
paseado? Yeah, because we know that we're talking about Ben. Exactly.
Okay, okay.
Great. And the last one, let's see, maybe Patricia with this part for the cookies.
How do they make the cookies? How are the cookies made?
How are the cookies made? That would be something like, ¿cómo son hechas las galletas, right? O cómo las galletas son hechas. Okay. Okay. So how do we use it? Let's see, here we have more examples before we practice, right? Remember that we always need to use the past participle. So let's see, Jesus, maybe you can help us to read number one on how we use passive voice.
When we talk about our, how do you say?
Science.
Thank you. Science and literature. For example, the scientific
Scientific, the
Scien-
scientific method.
the scientific method is used for experiment.
Is used for experiments, okay? Okay, thank you. You see, this is the example. The scientific method is used, right, for experiments. Let's see, Manuel, what about number 2? Read the next example.
To explain directions and instructions.
Okay.
For example, baseball is played with 9 players on the team.
Okay, so baseball is played, right? Okay. Again, here we have passive voice, right? The next one, let's see, maybe Mario, maybe you can help us with number 3.
In news, sports, academic writing. For example, the environment is studied by many scientists.
Scientists, exactly. So the environment is studied by many scientists, right? So in English, you guys notice that we do use it. We do use it a lot, right? So that's why what you need to remember is that the verb form that we need to use is past participle. For example, all the regular verbs, the base form, simple past and past participle is the same, okay? For example, cook, cooked, and cooked. But if it's an irregular verb, for example, the base form is do, simple past is did, and the past participle is done, okay? So that's why we need to pay attention to. Okay, do you guys have, before we do some practice, because obviously, I mean, we need to do practice, but so far, do you guys have questions or any other thing that you would like to clarify on this?
Solo para aclarar, entonces cuando se usa el pasivo, se pasa el objeto al principio, digamos.
Exactly.
Y se agrega el verbo to be. O el verbo be.
Exactly, you got it. Now we will see how we are doing. Give me a minute. Okay, we are going to do the first practice. Remember, obviously, we need a lot of practice, but we will start with this one. We are going to start playing. Let's see. Can you guys check if you can open this link that I just sent in WhatsApp? And I'm going to share it here as well. Did it open?
Yes.
Yes, okay. We are going to do our first practice in groups, okay? Let's see. Let me know if you can see my screen. This is what we're going to do, and we will go over every single one of the questions so we make sure that we understand it. Okay, we are going to do number 1 together. Let's see, maybe Pablo can help us. Let's see, Pablo, can you read the sentence and then tell us which one you think that might be the correct answer?
Lunch.
¿Y?
Sería B.
Letter D?
B.
Letter C.
Ah, B.
B.
Okay, yeah, but read the sentence first, Pablo. The office?
The office cleans every day.
Ah, so the office cleans every day. Okay, let's
No.
see. Let's see what do the rest think. Do you guys agree Or do you think that there might be another option here?
The letter D, are cleaning, digo yo.
Are cleaned? Okay, let me ask you something. The office, is it
Singular.
singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular.
Ah,
Let
okay,
it,
so
let
it's
it
only,
see.
it's
Letter
only,
C.
it's
Let it
only one
see.
office. Okay, so,
Letter C.
okay, so letter C. So the office is
Cleaning.
cleaned.
Clean.
Okay, there you go. So the office is clean. Keep in mind that you need to check if it is singular or plural. Okay, on this one, emails, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural.
Plural,
Plural.
okay,
Plural.
great. Great, but I'm not going to spoil you the exercise. Okay, so we are going to do this in groups to practice, and obviously we need to go ahead and continue checking more sentences, okay? But for now, we're going to take maybe about 10 minutes to go ahead and go over these sentences. So let me, I have 26 people, so I'm going to create 5 groups, okay? There you go. Please accept the invite and resolve it in groups. There you go.
Letter E, same.
Email.
Dale la E.
Eh, yes.
Dale la E.
Loud music.
Los music.
Is
Let
Es
music play.
yeah. Play it. No sería. No
Estoy
sería
entre,
play.
play.
entre,
No sé si la D tal vez, entre la
Play
D
it
y
o
la
entre
A.
la D y
play.
la F.
Ah, entre la
Play.
D.
La B.
Es que no
D
está,
o D.
está en singular, es una sola cosa.
Ajá.
Luz, ¿qué es?
¿Qué es lo?
Saquémoslo.
Eso es fuerte. Prácticamente escucha música fuerte o
Ajá.
alta.
Alta.
La música fuerte.
Pues debe ser is not played. Digo yo, no le gusta o a alguien le
Ajá,
gusta.
la D.
No sé, pero de acuerdo a todo, por si la equivocamos.
Ni modo.
No fuerte.
Del Pablito.
¿Ves? ¿Cuál?
¿Quién dice la A o la D?
Yo
¿D?
creo que entre A y D sería mejor A.
Pero es que A está en plural. Es para un
Sí,
plural.
eso sí. Ajá.
Pero como es la música, no es la canción. Entonces, our play. So, play. Ajá, porque está en participio. La A, pues también puede ser.
Está
Démosle
bastante...
la A. Denle la A. Joder. ¿Quién dice la A? ¿Quién dice la B? Levante la mano.
Ay, ¿cómo me vas a ver la mano?
Pero y...
¿Cuál sería?
Yo digo que la letra A.
Ey,
Ey.
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 Ah, la A, pues. La A, dice ella.
Ajá, ese es I, Pablo. Ese es I.
Ajá.
¿Esta?
Vaya, denle la pues.
Equivoquémonos.
No, estaba mala.
Te dije la B.
Era de...
English.
Va, sigamos pues. No ha pasado nada.
Ay, no, ya es una menos. No me
Tiene que
hubieran
ser
hecho
entre
caso.
la A y la B.
Mm.
Entre la A. English is spoken. El inglés es hablado.
Sería es la E.
Es,
Porque here es ahorita mismo.
Ah,
¿Está bien esta?
no, es la B porque dice is spoken.
El verbo to be tenemos que ocuparlo en la oración. Porque si lo ocupamos el
Hablado
verbo.
aquí. Ajá. Pero también puede ser la A. No, pero es que no, porque no son muchos.
No,
Es
no la...
speaking. No, es la B. Dele la B, Pablito. Si no me expulsan. Ajá, si no me expulsan.
La B.
Expúlseme. No, la B, la B.
era la B.
Oye.
Era la B.
Dinner
Este
is
Pablito
cooked.
va.
Es la cena, es singular, es cook, la F. ¿Quién dice la F?
Yo.
Yo también la F.
It's cookie
La F.
every day.
Every day.
F.
Pablito, la F, Pablito.
F por nosotros.
F por todo. Sí.
Ya, Pablito, que ya nos están llamando.
Sí.
Nos están llamando.
Flowers
Flowers.
are
Ah,
is both.
Are
Estoy
going.
pasado.
So flowers. So
Flowers.
flowers, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural.
Okay.
Are boys. Entonces sería D.
No.
No.
F.
No, ¿cómo? No, porque tiene que estar en participio
pasado,
y en
sí.
plural, el be en plural y el participio.
Entonces
Digo que es la B.
sería la B. Are and
La B.
boys.
Iron Bowl.
¿Quién dice la B?
Ya.
La B. Sí.
La B.
Dele la B, pues.
B.
La B.
B, Pablito.
La B.
Esta.
Sí, esa B. No hay otra. The cars, en plural.
En
Voy a buscar
plural.
el are.
En plural.
Are washed. La D.
La D. I
Hoy sí
watch.
la D,
La D.
Pablito.
La
Are
D.
washing.
La
La
D.
verde. La
Are
verde.
Esa.
Ujú.
Esta.
La de color verde.
El
Verde.
color verde, sí.
Y era daltónico.
The cars
car
are washed.
wait.
The cars. No, are porque en plural.
Lleva plural.
Are washed.
Are washed.
Are washed.
Washed or washed?
Washed.
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 Wash. Wash.
Wash.
Wash.
Washed. Are washed.
Esta.
Sí.
Sí, esa.
A report every Friday.
Is
Right.
wrote.
It's broke.
So remember, what part of the verb do we use? Do we use base form, simple past, or past participle?
Past participle.
¿Es past o present, teacher?
But the verb is right. What is the past participle of the verb right?
Writing?
Right.
Written.
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 Esta. Solo
La
written.
A.
No.
No.
La F.
So report, singular or plural?
Singular.
Ah, okay. So for singular, do we use is or are?
Is.
Ah, okay.
La F.
Written. It's written.
Esta.
Yes.
Sí.
It's written.
Is written. Pay attention to whether it is singular or plural, whether you use the is or are, okay? For example, this one, new houses. Is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Houses. It's plural.
Plural. So do we use is or are for plural?
Are.
Okay.
Our building.
La letra C.
Are building.
Our building, is that the past participle of the verb
Building.
build?
La letra B. La B, no sé qué son los demás.
Are built. La vi. La vi es no.
Compañero.
La B
Es
están
la
construidos.
No. La A están construidos y la B son construidos.
Están construidos. La B están construidos.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hello,
Hey,
teacher.
have you finished?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool, then let me check the other groups and in about a minute or two, we go back, okay?
Okay.
Teacher.
Great, thank you. How was it? So easy, medium, or difficult?
Easy.
Easy.
Por mí, so. Todavía no manejo bien.
Okay, we will get there, Mario. We will get there, okay? Good. Great, thank you. Let me check the other groups and then we go back to the main session.
Okay.
Thank you then.
La letra D.
No, la A era. La A.
Opa.
Ajá.
No era la letra D. La D.
La B.
La B.
Ujú. Ujú.
No, la B.
La B. La roja. No vas a equivocar otra vez, Pablito.
In English, the red one.
No, no.
Dinner.
La F.
Dinner is cooking every day.
Yes. No me acuerdo de eso.
Flowers.
La E, la roja. Red
Spot.
one.
Bob. Spot.
La roja, Pablito.
No, la roja, la letra E. La B.
Vamos una mala.
Dos van. Dica.
La D.
¿La ves?
Sí, la verde. Verde.
La D.
Verde.
Y Charlotte.
Ese sí se entiende más. Esa es la F.
Es la F.
Anaranjada. Es esa. Ajá.
New house.
La.
Esa era la A, ¿verdad?
No me acuerdo.
Sí, creo que la era.
No era la
No
little
me
bit.
acuerdo. No me acuerdo.
No, es little bit.
La letra
Póngale
B.
la B, Pablito.
¿Esta?
Ajá.
No, la A.
¿La A?
La A. No salió buena. Ah, sí.
¿Hay ropa afuera, pues?
Ya va a llover.
En esa que no es la letra E.
No le pasa nada.
No me acuerdo. Pero no. Póngale esa.
Afuera había una toalla.
¿Esta?
Sí.
La S.
So whose clothes are outside?
Teacher, todavía me confundo entre el pasado y el presente.
Okay.
Ahí era.
Let's see, guys. Welcome back. So let me ask you, so how was this activity, this practice? Easy, medium, or difficult?
Difficult.
Difficult?
For me, it's difficult.
Medium.
Medium.
Medium difficult.
Ah, okay. So if it's either medium or difficult, if it is either medium or difficult, let me mute everyone because I'm getting a lot of background noise. Okay, there we go. So if it is either medium or difficult, what is the part that you feel more difficult, guys? What is the part that you feel more difficult?
Some verbs are confused.
Okay, some of the verbs are confusing. Okay.
Or we don't know the participle form.
Or we don't know the participle form, we can Google it, right? We need to call our friend Google. Okay.
Cuando lleva la D o la T al final.
Okay. Yeah, but that depends if it is regular or depending on the type of verb, right? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Fatima, go ahead. Okay, probably she was not going to talk. Okay, so teacher, I don't know the past participles of the verbs. Okay, cool. Any other area that you feel that is a little more difficult?
Locate yourself between time and are or are. No, en español sería en estar y en ser.
Okay. Don't worry. We will see the examples. And something that I've noticed that you guys were struggling with was with the singulars and plurals too, right? Singulars and plurals, but we'll see. Hold on. Let me. Okay, we will start from the beginning. Okay, we will do them together and we will see the reason why. Okay. So let me share my screen and I'll request one of you. This one we already did it, but let's see. Maybe I can start with Aida. So Aida, what do you have on this one? Number one.
The office is cleaned every day.
Okay, the
Little
office
C.
is
Little C.
letter C, right? This one is already done. It's cleaned. Pay
Clean.
attention to this because some of the areas that I saw that you were struggling with was if it is singular or plural. Okay, if we talk about the office, is it one office or many offices?
Singular office.
It's only one,
Office.
right? So you need to
Singular.
use the is, okay? Is cleaned, okay?
Cleaned.
This one we did it already. Great, thank you. Let's see, Josue, what about this one? Which one did you choose?
Emails are sent.
Emails are sent, so it's letter
E.
E, right? Yeah, emails, right? Plural, remember, singular and plural. Great. Emails are sent. Let's see, Moises, what about this one?
Is implied.
So what letter? A, B, C, D, E, or F?
Letter G.
Letter?
G.
Letter D? Okay. So music, singular or plural?
Es singular.
Okay, so you said letter D. Yeah, loud music isn't played. Okay, great. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see, Rosa. What about number 4?
English and letter B.
Okay. Spoken, right? English, is it singular or plural?
Singular.
Yeah, singular, right? English, only one. Okay, English is spoken. Okay, let's see, maybe with the next one. Pedro, can you take this one?
Dinner is cooked every day.
Okay, great. Do we say cooked or cooked?
Is cooked. Little
Cooked.
F.
Uh-huh. Okay, great. Dinner, singular or plural, guys?
Singular.
Singular, right? Dinner is cooked. Remember the pronunciation, cooked. Okay, alrighty then. Thank you, Pedro. Let's see. Pablo, what about next one?
No.
Let's see, Pablo.
D. Lover voice.
Letter B, you
D.
said, right? Is it this one?
Not D.
D. Okay, letter D. Okay, flowers are buys. Okay.
Flower are by.
Okay.
Is B.
Do you guys agree? So the base form of the verb is buy, but what is the past participle?
Bye.
Bought, right? Bought. Okay, so which
Well,
one did you guys say? Letter
is
B,
B.
right? Okay, flowers aren't bought, right? Okay, thank you, Pablo. Let's see. I don't see Luis. Let's see, maybe Jesus. What about the next one?
The cards is letter D every weekend.
Okay, the cars are?
Cars are what?
Washed.
What?
Washed.
Every day, every week.
Every week, washed. Cars, plural, right? Many cars. Okay, Mirna, what about this one, Mirna? Thank you, Jesus.
¿Qué es la malala?
Is great.
I'm sorry?
Is great.
Okay, so what letter is it?
It's good.
Yes.
Okay, is written, right? A report is written. A report, only one, singular. Okay, let's see, Gerardo, what about this one?
New house. No recuerdo, teacher.
Okay, houses, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Okay.
Sería are, ¿verdad?
Yes.
Are, are bold. Bold.
Bold. So what letter? A, B, C, D, E, or F?
A.
Okay, letter L. The pronunciation is built. Okay,
Build. Build.
Teacher,
built. Yes, Josué.
I have a question in this case. En español se lo va a decir, uno es son construidas y la otra están construidas. Igual, ahí es donde yo me confundo.
Okay, in this case would be son construidas.
Okay.
Because están saying casas nuevas están construidas. It wouldn't make that much sense. So yeah, es son construidas.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see, Fatima Gonzalez.
Vegetable are sold in the market.
Vegetables, plural. Automatically, I know that I'm going to use are, right? Are sold. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Fatima. Let's see, Adalberto.
Okay, the grass is cut every day.
Okay, the grass.
The letter C.
Letter C,
cut.
right? Is cut. Okay.
I have a question in this case. Cut don't change the form of the verb.
Yeah, exactly. The verb cut doesn't change. Cut, cut, cut. It's the same meaning. Base form, simple past, and past participle.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent. Grass is cut, right? And let's see the last one. Thank you, Alberto. Let's see, Patricia, can you?
Is
Chocolate.
little b is a thing.
Letter B? Is that the one that you said,
Is
Patricia?
a perdón. Is preferred.
Okay. So is it this one, letter A?
8. Sí.
Okay. Chocolate is preferred. Okay.
Preferred.
Preferred. Okay. Excellent. So you got them all correct, guys. Now, something that you need to pay attention is, once again, if it is singular or if it's plural, right? Because only with that you can already omit, or you can remove some of the options, right? Because if you know that it's singular, what is the verb be that you're going to use? Is or are? If it is singular. Is. You know that it's is, right? And the verb in past participle. What about if it's plural?
Are.
You know that you will continue with the are, right? Whether
But
it's
in this
negative.
case,
Uh-huh.
it's because the sentences are in present.
Uh-huh. Yeah, right now we will only work in simple present because, yeah, you can use present continuous, past participle, but no, right now we will only use simple present, okay? To get used to it. Okay. Now, let me pause here and ask you guys, do you guys have questions? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, questions? Okay, I'm going to give you an example so we make sure that we understand it, okay? Let's see. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the structure. Okay, we have the subject. Then we have the verb be. The verb be, that it could be is or are, right? Depending if it is singular or plural. So here we have is or are. Then we need the verb, but the verb, we need it again in past participle, right? And the last part is just a complement, right? A complement. And we have the example. We have the office. So the office, is it singular or plural?
Singular.
Okay, so we use
Singular.
is, right? And the verb in past participle, what is the past participle of the verb clean?
Clean.
Cleaned. And the complement?
Every day. Every day.
Every day. Okay, if you follow the structure, you are completely fine. Now, this part might be a little difficult. I'm going to even add it in red, you see? This part, I changed the color to red and I will add it even in bold letters. Now pay attention to this. The verbs, we have a different, I'm going to give you an example. We have the base form of a verb. We have base forms, simple past, and then past participle, right? For example, if we have the verb speak, teacher, I don't know the past tense of the verb speak, I can just simply go on Google and look it up, okay? Now, what is the past tense of the verb speak?
Spoke.
Okay, spoke. Is this the one that I'm using based on the structure? ¿Uso el que dice simple past o el que dice past participle? Simple past?
Past participle.
I need to use the past participle. So what is the past participle of the verb speak?
Spoken. I think it's the same now.
Spoken, right? Okay, now following the same structure, can you give me an example sentence? I'm going to ask one by one. We will do it with the verb speak, okay? Let's see, Jamilet, give me a subject, only the subject.
The park.
The park, okay. The subject is the park. Okay, let's see, Sarai, so the park, is it singular or plural?
Is in singular, teacher.
Okay, so do we use is or are?
Is.
Okay, the only thing is that for the park, we will not be able to use the verb spoken, okay? Let's see, we are going to change the verb. We are going to change the subject. So let's see, Adalberto, can you give me a subject that we can use for the verb spoken, just for the example?
Spoken.
Probably can be a language or something like that.
But spoken. Speak the. I don't know. We were talking about a person, for example.
Okay, but we cannot really say that a person is spoken. Maybe you can give me a language, for example. Any language.
Okay. Any language. The French.
French. Okay, French. Singular,
French.
right? Okay.
French is spoken.
Spoken, and then what is the complement?
French is spoken.
In Canada.
Hardly ever in El Salvador.
Okay, French is spoken. Well, the structure would change because we would need to say French is hardly ever spoken in El Salvador. Maybe we can go with an easier one. French is spoken, someone said in Canada, right? Yeah, in Canada.
Okay.
Okay, so if you guys notice, we already have the sentence in passive voice. Okay, it's easy. If you guys notice, the only thing, this is the part where you are struggling. Okay, en esta parte es donde me he fijado que les cuesta. Si no saben el verbo, Google is our friend, right? Google is our friend. But the rest, if you notice the subject, easy. The verb be, if it is singular or plural, easy. The complement, easy. The only thing that is difficult is this. This is the part for the best, the verb in past participle. Okay, I'm going to give you a verb and then you are going to look it up, okay? Okay. The verb that I'm going to give you is take. Can you guys look for the simple past and past participle for the verb take?
Take.
Okay, what is the simple past for the verb take?
Take it.
Took. And the past participle?
Taken.
Taken, exactly. ¿Cuál es el que voy a usar, guys? Simple past o past participle para hacer mi oración?
Past participle.
Exactly, I'm going to use the past participle. Now let's create a sentence. Let's see, Jency, can you give me a subject? Obviously that we can use with taken, right?
Taken.
What is the meaning of take or taken?
Coffee.
Tomar. Taken es tomar.
A coffee.
Okay, so let's see. Jency, give me a subject.
The coffee, teacher?
Yeah,
No.
but the coffee, no, because the coffee is drunk, right?
Ah, okay.
Maybe.
Es como agarrar más que todo.
I'm going to give you an example. So what am I doing right now?
Tomar.
Tomar.
A picture.
Agarrar.
A picture, okay. A picture. So a picture singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular.
Is or are?
Is.
Okay. A picture is?
Taken.
Taken.
In the park.
In the park, okay. You got it. So this is what it is. Do we understand it a little better now?
Yes.
Yes, teacher. No, teacher. I'm lost.
I'm lost.
So are you still lost for sure?
No.
Ah, Carmen is
It's very
kidding me.
confusing.
It is a little confusing, but we will continue practicing. We have some exercises for tomorrow, but that is the part where you were having more difficulties, right? If it is singular or plural, and the other one, the verb. If you don't know the verb, look it up. Google, right? Google is our friend. Google is our best friend right now, okay? And like that, we are going to continue learning new verbs, okay? Because obviously we don't know all the verbs. We need to look them up so we understand them, okay? By the way, tomorrow we are going to take the exam at 9 p.m., okay? So at 8, when you guys join the class, we will have a review and then we are going to take the exam. We will take 1 hour, okay, to take the exam. So we will take it from 9 p.m. until 10 p.m., okay?
¿De dónde a dónde va a venir?
Units 1 and 2. So what are the topics covered in in units 1 and 2? Let me share my screen and let me know if you can see it. Okay, so what are the topics? Okay. Hold on. So what are the topics that are going to be covered? Number 1, mission and vision, right? Do you guys remember the mission and vision? Our mission is to become the best company in El Salvador, right? So this is topic number 1, mission and vision. Topic number 2, gerunds after prepositions. Gerunds after prepositions. If you remember, I'm going to give you an example. I am in charge of supervising. Do you guys see this? ¿Se acuerdan de esto?
Sí.
I am in charge
Yes.
of supervising. So again, topic 1, mission and vision. Number 2, gerunds after prepositions. There will be a listening part that all you need to do is to basically listen, right? No more listening part. And let me see, the other topic is going to be, let me see. Company values.
Okay.
Company values, but the company values are respect and those that we talked about, right? Company values, the ones that we covered. And finally, number 5 is going to be passive voice. For passive voice, we only have about 6 sentences, okay? But the rest will be all that we have covered. So at 8 p.m. tomorrow, we will have a review. And then at 9, we take the exam, okay? Is it clear, guys?
Okay, all clear.
It's clear.
Mm-hmm. So remember, if you don't, you can study a little, and if not, at 8 p.m. we do the review, and then at 9 you will be completely ready for the exam. Okay. Perfect. Then we already went over 2 minutes. It was really good to see you guys like every night. We'll see each other tomorrow.
Okay. See you
Good
later.
Good night then.
Good night.
See you guys.
Good night.